Yo, everyone, welcome back. Brand new Techish in the building. It is me, Michael Bahane, and I am joined with.
Abadesi, Osushade.
Are you Japanese now? That was horrible. We need to
That's
restart that. That's so
Yoruba.
offensive. Okay, fair enough. My bad. No, but some accents do sound very similar. Like if you, if you, some accents do sound similar. Like if you
Do you
listen
know
to
what
like
though?
if you listen to the
Yeah.
Singaporean accent and the Nigerian accent, they're basically identical, and I don't know why. I think it's probably because English colonial roots, like English colonized countries, and then like there's some sort of similarity in the tonality. Everyone check that out. But anyways,
In the
Techish
last episode,
podcast.
you were like Berhane. And
Yeah,
I was like, I'm going to pronounce my name correctly as well. And there's actually a dot on the second S of my name, and it's Osushade.
yeah. That's it. We're removing the shackles of our colonial roots now. We're saying our surnames how they're meant to be said. The Techish podcast is a tech and pop culture show. We are here to bring you the latest tech and pop culture news. So let's get cracking with the first story. I think let's quickly go over the OpenAI drama.
Mm.
So, for historical context, OpenAI initially started as a non-profit. The idea was to provide oversight and an ethical lens through AI development. There was a lot of
Yes.
panic at that time. A lot of big wigs in tech were like, AI is going to kill us. It's going to be terrible. We can't do this through the for-profit model. So Sam Altman came on board, I think, at a later stage and has spearheaded their growth. Now,
Yes.
obviously, the returns that they've provided in terms of like how they've scaled out valuation potentially if they were a private company are so tantalizing now that they're looking to basically become a for-profit model. That's my thesis basically, on top of
Yeah,
the actual
it
facts. So
tracks.
what's happened now recently is that a bunch of the senior executives, a bunch of the founding members, a bunch of the C-suite people have left. The prevailing theory is that because they're going to go into a for-profit model, the board is trying to reward Sam Altman with equity. Bearing in mind, Sam Altman is
Mm.
already worth 2 billion. He's already gone
Mm.
around telling people, "I'm not doing this for the money." But I'm guessing that what they're going to give him is going to make his net worth basically skyrocket. And I think a lot of the founding members are either thinking, "This is not what I signed up for. I'm not getting either equivalent, and I feel like I have basically contributed as much. I'm better off just
Mm.
going off and starting my own AI company and raising 2 billion. I think Mira, who's the CTO, she's basically going off and getting investors, hounding her to fund whatever she's
Mm.
working on next. And understandably so. Why sit around and see this guy who actually, don't forget, also at one point was fired about a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
which everyone is like conveniently forgetting. There's a
Yeah.
lot going on behind the scenes. It's drama. I want to see the TV show. I'm going to be honest with you. Obviously, we're
Mm.
outsiders. We don't have an inside scoop. We ain't got no whistleblowers. But from the outside, like, what does that all kind of say to you? Any thoughts immediately?
I think it's a question of integrity, and Hustle Cruise has not been like my only venture. If I think of all the places that I've worked, all the teams that I've been on, all the things that I've tried to build, and I think of startups where I went into it, with collaborators thinking, this is our vision, this is what we're going to do. And then suddenly that gap just starts to grow. And you're like, wait a
Mm.
minute, I thought we're aligned on this. And I think even just on a personal level, like if you join a team with a mission to build safe AI, not bring in the private sector so that you're not pushed to rush products to market before you can really vouch for their safety. And now suddenly someone on your team's like, yo, we've launched an enterprise deal with Microsoft, we gotta get these generative tools out as quickly as possible. You're gonna be like, but wait, what happened to like the whole safety thing? What happened to making sure
Mm-hmm.
that our AI is like fit for purpose and not going to hurt anyone or be abused? So I just feel like even like on a personal level, your principles are going to prevent you from being able to like stay on that ship. Because you're
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't want to be, it's like Oppenheimer, it's like, oh gosh, we've like created our own destruction. And I think a lot of the people who left are very aware of the stakes. We think about AI and we're just thinking about like, oh, cool, AI can do my homework, AI can write my essay, AI can do my meal plan. AI can also destroy us.
Right.
It can be weaponized. It already is. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what Sam expected. Like, again, I don't know the guy personally. I don't know like the internal stuff that's been happening, but I can completely understand. I was looking at Super Safe Intelligence the other day. I was on their website and I was like, that definitely feels like a mission that is very important and I personally want to support. And a lot of people are talking about their AI safety. I was on Anthropic's website the other day. I was going down the Reddit rabbit holes, and there's a lot of smoke and mirrors as far as safety. You know what I mean? I'm
Mm-hmm.
not an engineer, that's not my expertise, but a lot of people are like, work that is being done around AI safety for a lot of these VC-backed startups is like performative.
Right. Yeah.
They're
I
still
think
pushing products further out. Yeah, go on.
I think your interpretation is definitely is like the positive spin on it in the sense that it's based on ethical considerations. I think a big part of it is also like when money talks and the money's getting big and some people are going to get super duper rich and others are not going to get as rich, even though you're probably going to get relatively rich. I think that's when people are like, yo, I just don't agree with this.
Fair.
And the fact is you've got Sam Altman, who was basically recently ousted, came back, and now he's going to walk away with the lion's share. I think that's got people feeling away. That's my personal perspective as well.
Yeah.
Maybe I've just got a darker view of humanity,
No,
basically, right? But it's interesting also just because, actually, I'm drawing a blank. What were you going to say, actually? I'm drawing a blank.
I was talking about AI safety.
AI safety, right? Oh, that's it. That Elon sued OpenAI because Elon actually was one of the OG investors in the kind of project. And from the ethical safety perspective, whether you believe Elon's being genuine, he was like, I'm not happy about the fact that it's basically going in a for-profit direction. This is not why I signed up. Give me my money back. And essentially, he hasn't got his money back. Reid Hoffman, the LinkedIn founder, who's also involved with OpenAI, basically said that, why is Elon complaining? He's rich enough as it is, basically, which is like the war of billionaires is getting real.
Yeah, you don't get that rich by not counting your pennies. But yeah, okay, well,
I think
let's see what happens.
The last thing I was going to say, and now it's coming back to me, what my original point is that years ago when Sam Altman was kind of unknown, Paul Graham came out and said he's one of the greatest entrepreneurs that he knows. And this is before OpenAI and anybody really knew about Sam Altman outside of the kind of YC bubble. Paul Graham was quoted as saying that if you drop Sam Altman on a desert island, you'd come back in 3 months or a year and he would be the king of the jungle with all the monkeys working for him, basically. So that tells you a lot about what this person is like and their personality. And it does look like that's exactly what he's done here. That he basically, he's come into this nonprofit, scaled it up to be worth billions, now turning it into a for-profit. And he's going to end up with a gigantic net worth, even more so than what he already has. And maybe people are not happy about that. But yeah, anyways, let's see how it plays out.